That's why I always make sure I have clothes on before I say that. Because if I look at myself in the mirror and I ain't got no clothes on, bro, I'll be like,
I'm
not confident in that.
Muffin top down.
My name is Cello, and I am addicted to sugar.
Coming to you from 125 Carver in Waco, Texas, it's the Riverside Weekly. We hope your time with us today is thought-provoking, spiritually challenging, and a life-changing experience. Our discussions are fun, real, and at times very uncomfortable. We highly encourage all of our guests and listeners to like and subscribe, and please ring the bell. Now, here are your hosts, Pastor Cello and Pastor Mia.
It's hot. I tell you, it's hot.
Sweaty, hot, like melty, hot, humid, hot, Africa, hot. Remember Biloxi Blues? Hot.
Hot.
It's real hot. Hot.
Good morning.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. It's Wednesday.
What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys listening to Spotify, all our everywhere you get your podcast, man. Thank you guys for listening, man. Thanks so much for all of our Patreon subscribers. Hey, just real quick, if you're not a Patreon subscriber, if you subscribe this month, we got some new merch perks. Coming out,
that.
So be on the lookout for those things. If you are a subscriber to Patreon, be on the lookout for those items coming through.
And if you're on Patreon and you haven't seen anything in a long time, that's because we're on the food truck. So
Sorry.
We're coming back. We just had to figure out a system. Like right now, we both want to put our heads down and just sleep. But we're not. We're here with you.
The show must go on.
Yay. So today I wanted to talk about something because, not just because of the food truck, but because I tell you all the time when I'm driving, I have thoughts and I start thinking about things. But yes, this does pertain to the food truck. And
We're in food truck season right now.
Yeah, we are. We're in food truck season. So stay with me, okay? We were in Magnolia season. We got out of that. Then we were in Blannick season. When. Now we're in food truck season.
We were in pre-food truck season.
Yeah, we were. Now we're in food truck season. So I do want to say this, that I was thinking about the food truck, and I was given some steps to success, things that could make you successful, not just in the food truck, but in a business. And someone told me, you got this, because it is discouraging making a startup. And it's not just me, it's actually all the way around. Amazon, it's rocking and I don't like it, Mr. Shakes. Y'all, this man be making me shake in the food truck. Just be making everything move. So I feel like he's doing that now to me. But anyway, but when you start up a business or you start something new, like a habit or a fast or a diet or
Lifestyle change. Hashtag food truck life.
Yeah. I would say that, we want to quit right away. We think we talked about this before, new year, new me, and everybody goes to the gym for a week and then they don't go back. Same thing. When you start up something or you start something, you want to give up when you don't see the results. We've said that before. One of the things that my husband has been talking about in his series is the bully. And bullies are out to get you. And he always says that you need bullies in your life to push you to that point.
Gotta have them.
I don't like it when he says that, and I don't believe it. So,
gotta have them.
Gotta have them. Hot tamales. Gotta have them. Sorry. Born in East LA?
No, I don't recall.
Yes, when he's selling the oranges. And he's like, gotta have them. You don't remember?
Yeah.
I
remember the movie.
All right.
I remember the movie. Don't remember those lines.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyway, which is so weird because every movie line.
It didn't impact me. That's what that means.
Whoa. Okay. Anyway, and we're back. So when the startup is failing, it makes you want to give up. And, I think in not just a startup, but anything like that.
Anything new.
Yeah, anything new. The bully tries to come and get you, and you're like, what bully? Nobody knew I was starting this. this is a perfect example. I have a friend, and she had an app, and she said she was starting to work out again, and she was gonna, get her workout on, but this app puts a guy on the front of her app when you open it up and says, "Where you been?" It's like Hulk Hogan type thing, or what's his name? Step into a Slim Jim. I don't know who that is, but
Hulk Hogan.
I don't think so.
Okay. Moving along.
Roddy Piper? I don't know. Anyway, I just showed my age. But she says that she only likes to use this app because this guy yells at her and that motivates her, right? And I'm like, what a bully. But I didn't think about it until just now. So yes, you're right that everybody needs bullies, but at the same time, everyone has a bully. We just don't identify it. We don't know what it is. And so this week, or this weekend, I realized that there is a bully that's trying to attack me that is attacking you as well. And you're like, how do you even know? Because if I'm here on this podcast every week and I am in front of so many people, and people tell me all the time, you should have been a radio DJ. That would have been better because that was just my voice. And I didn't have to put my face in front of people and fix my hair, and whatever. Yeah, right? And I probably should still go do that. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm just saying that to say that when that bully comes, the bully for me was saying that I was confident in what I was doing. When you start up something or you start something, we're not confident that we can make it through. We sometimes we want to give up so easily because the bully is pushing us. The bully of sleep. My daughter used to say this all the time. There's 4 things. You have friends, you go to school, you have a job, or you go to sleep. You only get to choose 3 of those. One of those is going to get left out. It's the same in your life. You're either going to give up sleep, or you're going to give up your friends, or you're going to give up your job, which you can't, or you're going to give up your social life. That's what she says. And I'm sorry, but being on the truck is not a social life. It's a job. And we have to give up sleep to do that. So saying all that to say that I didn't believe I was confident to be able to accomplish those things. So I want everybody to try this challenge. I want people to look in the mirror, and I want you, after this podcast, obviously, I want you to look in the mirror and just look at yourself and say, I am confident. And if you can do that without crying, kudos to you. Kudos to you, because I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it.
Can you do it now?
I can do it now. I can do it now. I couldn't do it then. And I couldn't say I'm beautiful. I couldn't say, and I've said that on another podcast, I couldn't say I'm confident, I'm bold.
You was nice. You was pretty.
You was kind. You was important. Type thing. Sorry, another movie line, The Help. But just saying that, and as I was saying that, and as I was crying, and I wasn't even in a mirror, I was driving, and saying, yeah, I am confident. I couldn't even say, I am confident. It didn't even come out. I couldn't even say it. And so I was really, what I was doing is I was praying for the food truck, and I'm like, Lord, we got this, we can do this, and you've given me the, it was almost like throw and I couldn't do it. And I was like, and I'm sitting in this truck driving to HEB nonetheless, because I don't know what we ran out of. And I'm by myself and I'm just crying and crying. I'm like, I can't go to HEB like this. They can't see me like this. They can't see me broken, type thing. And then I thought, yeah, people do need to see you that way. They need to know that you're human. They need to know that you struggle. And we are afraid to admit that to ourselves. We can't even look in a mirror and say, I am confident. I am bold. I am beautiful. I am pretty. I am awesome. And if you can't do that, you've got
then maybe you're not awesome.
No. No. You have a bully. That's what it is. And that bully is self-confidence. That bully is
a lack of self-confidence.
Yeah, lack of self-confidence. What's another bully?
I don't know.
denial. My husband, I just told him this the other day when I was thinking about it, and I said, he used to say all the time, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, and I'd say, don't say that. Don't say that. And he would say, fine, you're ugly then. And I'd be like, well, don't say that. He said, well, you won't let me say you're beautiful. It's just that I didn't believe that in myself. So if I can't believe that, how can I allow him to tell me that, right? Same as the confidence. Yes, all these people have been rallying around us, around the food truck and going, yeah, you got this, yeah. And all the while, I'm in the bathroom crying my eyes out going, I can't do this. I'm not confident enough. I'm sheepish, shy. I want to be in the back. I'm an introvert. I don't want to be up front. But then I get out on the podcast and I'm like, yeah, type thing. So I just wanted to talk about that and say, you need to take the time to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am confident. Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, it can be working out, it can be a diet, it can be losing weight, it can be starting a new job, maybe whatever, what's another one? Not starting a new job, but
Career.
New career, life, new.
Career,
What did you call it? New life, new season, new life. You said it a minute ago.
I don't know.
Where are you?
I'm listening to you. I'm sorry for listening to you.
Don't listen to me. No,
okay,
I'm
don't
just
listen
kidding.
to her.
I'm just kidding. But I don't remember what he said a minute ago. You can rewind the podcast. But he said something about when you're starting something new. You need to
Lifestyle, new habits.
yeah, any of that, any and all of that. So you've got to work on yourself and tell yourself how confident you are in that, because we don't believe it most times. And it's so funny because immediately I thought of his sermon. He was talking about Peter walking on the water, and he was like, I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And there goes Peter sinking. It's the same with me. I can't believe I have a food truck at 50. I can't believe we did this. I can't, and all the while God's like, why can't you believe it? Because you don't have confidence in me? No, Lord, that's not it at all. I don't have confidence in myself. Well, why not? This is the conversation I'm having in my truck with God. So it just made me think of all of you out there. If maybe you're dealing with lack of self-confidence, and you don't think that you can go through with whatever it is you're going through.
Well said.
Wow.
No, it was good. It was good. I mean, I think most people don't even realize that they lack confidence. And then the ones that do lack confidence, they're afraid to tackle tackle that.
Head on. Because you don't want to cry, because crying is for sissies.
Well, not even just the
Sometimes people say that.
Well, not even just the crying part of it. I mean, just like having confidence to be able to do stuff. Because you said, remember you asked me, he's like, can you say that you're confident? I said, I don't have to look in the mirror and tell myself I'm confident. I'm confident. And you were like, well, rah, rah, rah. And I'm like, and it's my confidence doesn't come from my success. My confidence comes from my failures, from me. So that's where I get my confidence, because when I fail, going back to what we talked about last week, rock bottom, right? So when you fail, you can just go up, try again. So for me, the more that I fail, the more that I mess up, the more that I make mistakes, the more confident I get, because that means I'm getting closer to where I want to be. For me, that's how I perceive it. So, people, are you confident? I am confident, but with humility, not with pride.
Right.
With humility, not with boastfulness.
And I do mean to say that.
So I mean, there are some folks that are confident, and there are some people that are overconfident, and that's their downfall. That's prideful. But I'm confident, but I'm confident that it may or may not work. So I'm confident, let's try it. This may not work. It looks like a good idea, sounds like a good idea. And I always go back to the scriptures, where the disciples are sitting around, man, sounds good to you, sounds good to you, sounds good to you, seems good to the Holy Ghost.
I concur.
Let's go.
Do you concur?
Let's
yes,
go,
I concur.
So I think for me, that's where some of my confidence comes from, because I have the same doubts, I have the same fears like everybody else, but it's my confidence comes from the failures. It comes from everything that has gone wrong in my life, everything that I did mess up, all the bad choices I did make, all the bad decisions I did make, mistakes I've made, just the failures, the flaws is where I gain my confidence. Because once I admit my failures and flaws, then the devil can't tell me anything. The people around me can't tell me anything because I already know. And sometimes it's the people telling you, well, you got this flaw, you got this issue, you got this problem. And so oh man, well, I need to fix that. So that's what brings the confidence, is being able to face the failures, face the fears, face the mistakes, face the flaws, and then go, okay, now let's move forward with confidence and humility. And so, but I was just thinking about when you said, well, can you say it? I'm like, well, I don't have to say it. No, I'm joking.
Anyway, I liken it to Tarzan, and this is the Disney movie. Calm down. There's an elephant in there, and he doesn't really like to get into anything, like he's really safety, you know? And so when he sees the water and they want him to come and play in the water, and he's like, is this water even sanitary? You know, and I'm thinking that with my confidence. I feel like I'm behind the mama's skirt, you know, and, you know, sheepish type thing, and shy would be another word. But that's how I feel with my confidence, that the bully is going to get me if I get out behind my mama's skirt.
But the bully's already got you hiding behind your mama's skirt.
I know. And that's what I want people to understand, that you do have a bully. You do have a bully out there. And it may not be lack of self-confidence. It may be something else. But you have to figure out what that bully is so that you can tackle it head on. Like, you know, like I said, being 50 and starting a food truck, you know, that was kind of scary. And I didn't have enough confidence. Now I have the confidence. But even to say it.
A little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more. Even to say it out loud for my ears to hear it was hurtful to me, because I still didn't believe it yet until I was able to say it to myself, if that makes sense. And so that's where I was, and I just felt like that needed to be said to everyone. It may be, you know, something you're dealing with, I'm not sure, but maybe it is a lack of self-confidence in you. That's what it was in me. And that's why I wanted to talk about it, because there were several of you that I thought about, and I was like, I wonder if they can even say that I'm confident. I am confident. Looking in the mirror and looking at yourself, because it's very difficult to look at a mirror and look at yourself and say, I am confident.
That's why I always make sure I have clothes on before I say that. Because if I look at myself in the mirror and I ain't got no clothes on, bro, I'll be like,
I am
ooh, I'm
not
not confident in that.
Muffin top. Down.
My name is Cello, and I am addicted to sugar.
Yes. He did say that, y'all. So, I don't know. I don't know if that helped anybody today, but I felt like that was something that we needed to address while we were still talking about the bullies. And last week you said, what did we talk about? I've slept since then.
Rock bottom.
Rock bottom. So now that we're on the come up, let's tackle those bullies with both hands out, you know? Let's get some tape on and get our Andy Mineo on. You can't stop me. So, anyway,
cool.
That's all I got.
Good stuff.
Thanks. All right. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for joining us. I'm so glad that you came back. And I am so glad that we did not fall asleep in this podcast.
Amen.
Because I am super sleepy.
Me too.
This is that punchy right before you get real sleepy. You know, and you start saying, get your feet out of the oven.
Get your feet out of the oven. I don't know what that meant, but you know. So we're going to go cook.
Anyway, love you guys. See y'all out there. Don't forget to come and see us at one of our 2 locations. What? 2 locations? Confident. Sorry.
Well, you guys, man. Thanks for tuning in. We see you guys next week. Don't forget, subscribe, man. Hit up Patreon, man, because we got some stuff coming out.
Thank you for listening to the Riverside Weekly. Download the Riverside Waco app to stay connected and follow us on all social media sites at the Riverside Waco. This podcast is made possible by the givers of Riverside Community Church. Production and engineering provided by Capital G and RTV in Waco, Texas.